For going over the setup of the customers in RMS from the main menu, if you click on Administration, go to Customers. From here you can sort by any one of these columns. So if I click on the column header, company name, it puts it in alphabetical order. Then you can do a find this way. I just put in NORD, it brings up in alphabetical order all of the ones that start with that. So in this case I can double click on it in order to pull it up, or another way to find different things, you can click on the binoculars at the top and choose which column you want. Alright, you can do that. Also with this find, I want to point out that you can use the percent as a wildcard. So if you're unsure, you can do, like for Best Buy, I can put the percent after that and do find first, and it'll come up and it's saying, okay, there was 3 that started with the word best. So we got Best Buy, BestBuy.com, and Best Products. This is a list of all the different customers that we're currently trading with. If your retailer that you're not seeing in here, by all means just email us and let us know who you're trying to get set up with, and we can direct you or get the necessary information in order to get them set up. Alright, so in this case I'm just going to go back to the Nordstroms. Okay, double click. Alright, so here is where the address is for the retailers. Now this is not necessary because it does not go back on the 810 or the 856. Price code type, this correlates with the item setup. So you can have multiple retailers with the price code type of A, which means that they're all getting the same pricing for this item. And I'll show you when we do the setup of the items how that works. There's 5 of them listed here, so you could choose any one of the 5. The allow back orders, if this box is checked, our system will create a back order in the list of orders. So let's say that the retailer wants you to ship 20 pieces of a specific item and you're only shipping 10. So of course the quantity ordered will be 20, the quantity shipping will be 10. When you send your ASN an invoice, our system will automatically create another copy of that same order, but now just with the remaining items, with the back ordered items. That is, if this box is checked. If it's unchecked, it will not create a back order. Okay, EDI stores. This is a list of the most updated store listing that we would have. The customer Nordstrom does not send a ship to number, so we've got this cross-reference set up. So it's saying store 830 is the ship to of 868. So when the orders come in and it's got one of these store numbers listed, it'll fill in the ship to field with the correct ship to number here. If a retailer sends you an updated list, please, if you would, send it on to RMS and we can update our list. As well, if they send you an email saying to make one change with one of the stores, go ahead and come in here and just make the change. As well as please send it on to RMS and we can make that update for future downloads. Alright, the EDI ship to, again, this is the ship to addresses. So that store that we were just looking at, the ship to is 0868, so here's the address that will populate on the actual order. This EDI ship to settings is very important if the retailer does not send a ship to number. So in this case we would want to check this box, and it doesn't hurt if you check it or not check it if the retailer does send a ship to number. So here it's just saying, okay, yes, I do want the EDI ship to be updated during the receive. When to update the ship to numbers, I recommend D, which is when the retailer sends either blank ship to or zeros. So that's what I meant. If you did have this checked but the retailer already sends a ship to, this will not overwrite what the retailer sends. All right. Department terms. This here can be set as default. So when an order comes in and it's got department number 0001, the net days due would be 30. It would automatically fill in whatever you have set up in this table. We can edit it or fill in any other information that it is relevant for this department number. So here I've got a remit to setup of 1. Ship from is number 1, and so forth. When you do the testing for the retailer initially, you get an idea of what you need to have filled in for those different fields, as well as if you do give a discount, by all means you can fill this in so it'll automatically populate. If the retailer sends this information, then it will use, of course, what the retailer sends and not what is in this file here. We go over to default data. This has different information that you can set up as default, so it will use both here, the department terms, what you have set up as defaults, as well as the default data. Let's say if you've got the same information set up for the same different department number, but one is a little bit different than the other, the department terms is used. Okay, but this has different information as well. So like group code, MIC code, carrier charges, and so forth. All right, other defaults. This is if the retailer is requiring additional information sent back on the 856, 810, like special information. So in here you can set it up. At this point, you do not need to worry about it because there's very few at this point that use this. All right, so that completes our overview of the customers. Thank you.